Hello Year 6, and today we're going to be looking at the circulatory system, which of course will be revision because we have looked at in some detail at the heart before we were on lockdown and no longer at school, so this should be revision of what you already know. And our learning intention is to understand the function of the heart, blood vessels and blood. So as you know, the heart is one of the most important organs in your body. It's the key organ in your circulatory system and it keeps the blood flowing around your body. The heart is a very strong muscle which is made up of 4 chambers, 2 upper and 2 lower chambers. And we can see on the diagram on the right, we've got our right atrium, our left atrium, our right ventricle and our left ventricle. And your heart is divided by the septum into 2 sides. And each side is divided into an atrium and a ventricle. Okay, so blood enters the upper chambers and these squeeze and push the blood into the lower chambers, which then squeeze and push the blood out of your heart and around your body. Your pulmonary artery, which you can see on the right-hand side on the diagram, takes blood to your lungs, while your aorta at the very top of the diagram takes blood to the rest of your body. Okay, so here we have got a diagram of the lungs, which are in fact not part of the circulatory system. They are in fact part of the respiratory system, but obviously they work alongside the heart because they help to oxygenate the blood. So you don't need to look too carefully at this. This is just for you to understand a little bit of what the lungs do in order to help the heart do its job. So you can have a read through of that where you can see the heart in between the lungs. Okay, so looking at arteries and veins. So the circulatory system is made up of blood vessels that carry blood away from and back to your heart. The blood vessels that carry oxygenated blood away from your heart to your other organs are called arteries. So that's quite useful that away and arteries start with A to help you remember that. Except for the pulmonary artery, which actually carries blood to the lungs for oxygenation. So that's the exception to the rule. The tubes which carry blood back to your heart are called veins. And the flow of blood is controlled by strong valves, which ensure that the blood continues to flow one way. Okay, so arteries, veins and capillaries. So arteries carry blood away from the heart and the main artery is the aorta. Okay, the veins are blood vessels that bring blood back to the heart and drain blood from organs and limbs. And the capillaries are the smallest and thinnest blood vessels and are only 1 cell thick, so they're very small, and they connect the smallest branches of arteries and veins. So in the diagram you can see on the left hand side we've got veins and on the far right hand side we've got arteries. Now in between, which is an enlarged diagram, we've got capillaries, which are the smallest of those blood vessels. Okay, this is just something else to touch upon, not something that you need to know at this stage. You will learn plenty more about all of this when you do GCSE biology. But waste products are also in our blood and they have to be removed before the blood returns to the heart. So carbon dioxide is a waste product that I'm sure you all know we breathe out. So it's eliminated by the lungs. We get rid of it by breathing out. Our kidneys also act as filters that strain waste products like urea and excess salts from the bloodstream to release them in the urine. So when we go for a wee, that is getting rid of those waste products. Also, the liver plays a variety of essential roles in metabolism, the sort of breaking down of food and waste disposal and getting that out of our system so it doesn't go back in the blood to the heart. Okay, so now it's your turn to label the heart diagram and shade 1/2 blue to show deoxygenated blood and 1/2 red to show oxygenated blood. You'll also see there's a little bit of text with some words missing, so it's up to you to fill in those gaps in the text and you can use the words in the box to help you do that. In the meantime, remember to stay healthy and look after your heart.